My name is Viharaa Jayasinghe, and in this video, I will be doing the question set 5 of DBMS day 1. So, let's open our PDF that contains the set of questions of set 5. Let's see. The Board of Directors of New Vision Academy has decided to computerize the information of all the teachers in the educational institution. The software is being developed by Taraka Software Solution. Assume that you are working as a senior software engineer in this company, and you and your team are responsible for creating the database of this software. Create the database according to the instructions given to you as follows. So this means this paragraph simply means that the a board of directors in New Vision Academy has decided to computerize the information of teachers in in an educational institution, and that software is developed by Taraka Software Solution. I have to imagine that I'm a senior software engineer of that company, and my team is responsible for creating the database for that software. So our basic objective here is to create a database. So let's see the first question. The first question would be create a database called New Vision Academy, store teachers data. So here I will use HeidiSQL as my supportive software. It's a DBMS client software. So we are in the HeidiSQL interface now. Now let's create our database. Let's give the name Vision Academy. Hit OK. Now we can see our database over here. Our database, New Vision Academy. That's the first question. And the next question would be this software has a table called teacher. Store teachers data. Follow the instruction below to create it. So let's create our table. A new table called teacher. And the first column would be teacher age number. The email would be that be 50. The length of email would be 50. And that's what we need for the teacher table. Let's hit save. Now we can see our teacher table. The third question would be enter the data shown in the table below. In the database table you have set up above, which is this. Do not use the graphical method, which means we cannot use this interface, which is like this. And this when entering the data here, all data must be entered from the query statements. So in this case we can use the insert query. So firstly I will show the basic syntax of insert query. Likewise we can enter any number of columns basically, and values is another keyword here. These brackets we have to enter our data. So in order to enter our data, however, we must use single quotes, and to separate them we can use a comma. Likewise, however, we must enter our data corresponding to our columns. Insert into, and values are the keywords here. Now let's go to our software so we can enter our data. We cannot use the graphical interface. Let's go to the query tab and let's enter our first query there. Uh, Then we can include our table, which is teacher. Then the columns, respective columns should be in grave accents and must be separated using commas. And that would do actually. Now we have to enter our columns and the respective data. That's the first query. Let's execute it. Now let's go to the teacher table. Now as you can see, it's empty. Now let's refresh it. Likewise, we can enter our data using queries as well. So that's the first query. So that's the first insert query. Now let's enter the second one. However, this time I would be not using columns and I would be using only the values. I will show you this method. This is another method that can be used to insert data using a query. However, in this method, you have to insert your data according to the order of the respective columns. As always, we use insert into and the database and this database name dot teacher. Let's exclude this part and update our data. This will be the second query. Now let's execute it and let's see how it has impact our teacher table. So let's refresh it. You can see we have entered the data of the second row as well, and we have used a smaller version of that query as well. So that's another method of inserting data. Likewise, I will be inserting the other data as well. And that would be the last row. Now let's go to the teacher table and now let's see how our teacher table has changed. Let's refresh our table. So included all data of the teacher table and that would be the end of the discussion of question set 5 of DBMS day 1. And thank you.